Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our program. My name is Armando F. Sanchez. I have the privilege and the honor of bringing somebody back into our show, Maija Devine. Every time I talk to her, she just leaves me impressed. She leaves the show where I have more questions than answers, and that's a wonderful thing. She brings her story about comfort women, women being used for sexual slavery during World War II. I'm just happy to hear the story, but there are many lessons to be learned from here. So let's pick it up with Maija. Maija, thank you for being on our program.
Thank you for inviting me.
Maija, today, as part of our show, is you're going to share with us three of your poems that will eventually be part of a book that you're putting together at the moment and coming out in 2024. These are three wonderful poems that you have already published and shared, and I'm just delighted that you're going to share with our viewers today. So tell us a little bit about your poems, and then we look forward to hearing them. So, Maija, today we're really thrilled that you're going to read to us three of your poems that deal with comfort women. Please tell us about it, and we look forward to hearing you reading the three poems.
Thank you. This is the first one, and it's about one woman whose name was Hwasun. I met her. Soon after that, she passed away. All right, here's the poem. Her name, Hwasun, meant peaceful and obedient. Hwasun was her name. She had large eyes and very big smiles. And one day she came from the hospital where she was staying in a wheelchair. A nurse wheeled her into the living room of Nanumejip, the residential facility where she and other comfort women were living. And I was visiting there. And so I met her for the first time that day. And soon after that, she passed away. Um, and she left two paintings and uh, I will not go into that. Um, but she was very, very sick. And the title of this poem is When the Sky Turned Yellow. That's the typical Korean expression for a very, very bad day when it was like the sky collapsed on a person. So that day, that day, the sky bared its yellow teeth and chewed on Hua Sun. Poem number two, Comfort Woman Pang's watercress in her garden. She liked to grow things. Um, all right. But when she was a comfort woman, at the age of 15, she caught typhus and and she was taken to a hill, like in the painting behind Armando, where virgins, comfort women, young girls who were sick, they were burned on open fire. And I'm going back to the poem. Hundreds of men raped you every day. Remember that? Of course you do. And you were only 15 years old, and you caught typhus, and you were taken by a truck to a fire like that, and you were about to be put in there, and it shocked you so much, you forgot to breathe. What happens when you forget to breathe? This poem number three talks about the suicide of 3,000 palace maidens in the year 660. Why do I bring this in now with the comfort women? Uh, Koreans had this virginity mania for 600 years. During the time, these comfort women were dragged away. And so the morality around virginity mania is if you are going to be raped, you kill yourself before you are raped. Or if you already got raped, after the rape, you kill yourself. That's the virginity mania. To keep the virginity before rape, you kill yourselves. Or if rape happened, after that, you kill yourself to prove that you are chaste and you're clean. And if you don't do that, if you don't kill yourself, then you are ashamed and you must keep silent forever. So, the beginning of the poem is about 3,000 Pekche Kingdom maidens jumped off in synchronized silence off of fallen flower cliff into White Stallion River. Why? Because Chinese Tang soldiers and Korean Shilla soldiers were coming after them to rape them, sexual assault. So before that happened, they all jumped into the river and killed themselves. Okay. And in the case of comfort women, 200,000 women were raped. And if the rape already happened, even if it was not their fault, they should have killed themselves. Like these 3,000 palace maidens. If you didn't, then you must live in silence and in shame. So now, contemporary people say, "Oh, virginity mania is gone. Korea is changed now. It's a new country. There's sexual freedom." And these comfort women who kept their silence for 78 years say, "No, no, no, no. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. The virginity mania kept wringing our necks, and we could not open our mouth to speak."
Maija, I cannot share with you the deep sorrow that you helped me feel for these women who have gone through such turmoil in their lives, which I couldn't even begin to imagine. But you bring the story to us to educate us, to open it up and give it a world voice. Because unfortunate, I think you've shared with me, you've educated me that this is not just a story of that time, but it's something that is going on even today worldwide, and it needs to come to a stop. So, Maija, I want to highlight a little bit the picture behind you. You provided it to me, and this is one of the many pictures, graphics that the comfort women drew to hopefully find peace in themselves. And I know there's a collection. So please, please, Maija, I need you to come back to another show where you share with me these images and you tell me what they're about, because they're very, very powerful. They're very hard
Yes.
to look at for a long time.
Yes.
But so, Maija, I want to thank you for being here with us today. I'm very hopeful very soon your book will come out with all these poems. And I cannot thank you enough on behalf of all of us on this planet for reminding us that we must do something about this problem.
Yes. Mhm. I cannot thank you enough for inviting me to speak on this extremely important topic. Thank you. I will continue to look forward to coming back.
Thank you for championing this topic, and I am honored to be able to be part of this. So thank you, Maija, and I look forward to having you again.
Thank you. Thank you.